They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Football with the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Warner. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's caught. It's Sanders. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's French. Steps away. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds space on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw great effort on that last play.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's French. Looking to scramble. Hit as he throws. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Freeman. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They want to run it left here. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Warner. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And so how physical are you willing to be offensively at this point on third down coming up? Do you want to keep trying to run the football? I mean, you're right there at the goal line. How do you want to do it, though? You want to spread him out, maybe go zone read in the middle, give your quarterback the option to keep it? Or do you want to bring the big fellas in, go jumbo formation, and just try to impose your will?
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Finds a man on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Got a man. It's Dallas. Quick step and go. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Panthers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Warner. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now on second down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Rushes on him. Grab near the sticks. It's held. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
That's a first down for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's French. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Looking to throw, it's Warner. Going deep. Makes a grab for a big play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He splits the uprights. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Okay, ready? 42, Spider.
Looking downfield, it's Warner. Snags it over the middle. And tackled there by the defense.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The give to the back. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down, Fresno State.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try the right side.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Warner. He's got the back in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Fakes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can cut.
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw, it's French. Right down the middle. He's got the tight end. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Eagles! A great catch and run for 6. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here's the handoff. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Warner. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Freeman. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal.
Cricket.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And how about this defense snatching at least a chance for victory away from the jaws of defeat?
And I just love the effort too, Reese. I mean, this has been a long, hard-fought type game. It's been a physical game, and a lot of these guys on defense, they played a lot of snaps. They are tired, but in this situation, you're seeing the effort. Guys flying around, creating a fumble. Boy, it does not get better than that.
To the air, it's French. Got him downfield. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. The give out of the gun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Dallas. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
To the air, it's French. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think...
There he goes!
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. After the run, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Finding open areas. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Tight end now in motion. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Second down.
Line getting set on second down. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's French. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quarterback adapted. He'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protect.
Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. Now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's French. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run.
Great play by the defense, and they're expecting this, right? In a 2-minute situation, they've got a 2-possession lead. They got a lot of DBs out on the field, and everybody's eyes are just on the quarterback. They're all seeing it thrown, and they're breaking on the ball, and they come away with a nice interception.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to pass. Pressure coming. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.